welcome, my fellow Americans, to the President's Hall of Fame, a treasured attraction here in Clermont, Florida. Once, as Ronald Reagan said, a national treasure. Now, I don't know the full quote of that, if Ronald Reagan was specifically talking about this museum or if he just said the word a national treasure and we put it in quotation marks. It depends on your journalistic integrity, I suppose. But Brittany Davies and I are here today to take you through this beloved attraction here in Clermont.
Woohoo!
Here is Brittany Davies to tell you a little bit about Abraham Lincoln.
It's Abe! He's here! So, Abe is really cool in my book because he's the reason that my people have their own state. So
that's right. For the folks at home who don't know, can you tell us what state that is?
I'm from West Virginia. So, this guy and, you know, the Civil War, that's the reason that we exist. And it's not Virginia, it's West Virginia. We're its own thing. We're not Western Virginia.
Do you feel that, in fairness, Virginia should rebrand itself as East Virginia?
Absolutely. I say we vote on it now. Yes. Done.
Okay. All right. That'll be voted on somewhere in the near future.
Somewhere between healthcare and climate change. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're not. We're looking into that first one. We're not going to address that second one because it's a hoax.
All right. Now the time has come for these colonies to separate themselves from the British Empire and become an independent nation. 13 colonies all united in our independence on this July 4th, 1776. There went my monocle.
All right, Brittany, what are these tiny people behind you doing?
These tiny people behind me are building the first version of the White House, which is pretty amazing. And if you look, this guy's working way harder than the rest. You can see him, he's just moving away, beating those logs into submission. And then this little fella under here, let's get down nice and low here, is, I believe, maybe a stonemason or some kind of brick maker person.
There's definitely bricks in there. That much I can tell.
Yes. So he's working hard too. Everybody else is just hanging out.
This is a life mask created of Abraham Lincoln, created while he was very much alive here. And this very same mask, or a mask very much like it, was actually used by Walt Disney and his company during the 1964 World's Fair to help create the Abraham Lincoln animatronic for the Illinois Pavilion. And of course you see that same figure now at Disneyland and at the Hall of Presidents at the Magic Kingdom.
Unless I was partial to trouble or fixing to get myself shot, I'd hightail it out of here. Go right ahead if that's what you're a mind to do. A long time ago, I made me a rule.
January 24th,
Let people do what they want.
McKinley sends.
James A. Garfield, Chester A. Arthur, Millard Fillmore, Benjamin Harrison, Theodore Roosevelt, Woodrow Wilson, Warren G. Harding, Rutherford B. Hayes, Grover Cleveland again, William McKinley, William H. Taft, Lyndon B. Johnson, Richard M. Nixon, Gerald Ford, Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, George H.W. Bush, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, not quite president, George W. Bush, Laura Bush, I think. So down here we have all of the presidents in chronological order as statues, and obviously the thing that pleases me the most is we have Grover Cleveland here and we have Grover Cleveland here. Grover Cleveland, of course, being the only president to serve 2 non-consecutive terms, therefore always needs to be represented and stated twice. No matter what you heard, I don't know anything about the mysterious death of the woman standing behind me. Next question, please.
You know, they say that the Oval Office has no corners. There's nowhere to hide, especially from giants who might be looking through the window.
I see you.
Beware, future presidents. Giant Brittany is coming for you. You know, some people think that communists are our biggest problem. However, presidents can have to deal with much bigger issues. Powerful nation on Earth. Like, well, what's good? What's the good of having this nuclear arsenal if I'm not allowed to use it, all right?
This is
No, you gave me...
Sean J. Cumberland's audition tape for the role of President
Yeah,
of the United
you
States.
gave me the codes. You gave me the button. And I want to press it. That's why I'm here. Now, look, I don't know. Look, I can't pronounce those countries, so who's gonna miss them? Not me. Listen, do you know how many piles of executive orders I have to sign? Okay, all right, look. No, we'll talk later. I love you too. Bye-bye.
So we found the press room, but there is no Melissa McCarthy to be found. I'm highly disappointed.
So over here you can see a full model of the White House with some of the walls cut out so you can actually look into some of the rooms. Over here is the Lincoln bedroom, so if you're looking to sleep and have dreams of trying to keep the Union together, that's the bedroom to do it in. Now you can see on top there is an American flag, but above that represents the spaceship of our recent alien visitors. So far, we believe they're benign and won't cause us any destruction, but Jeff Goldblum thinks otherwise. All right, so we're gonna try to go through a few different presidencies here over the last 100 years or so. Okay. Let me assert my firm belief that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. My fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. People need to know if their president's a crook. Well, I'm not a crook. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. 1,000 points of light, kinder and gentler. I did not inhale and I did not have relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. We gotta go get the evil doers. Yes, we can. You can't tell us we can't because we can. Folks, we're gonna build a wall. It's gonna be huge. Someone's paying for it. We'll figure it out as we go.
All right, so here we are in the gift shop, and there are so many interesting gifts. Not GIFs, those are the moving picture things, but actual gifts. So not only can you get the presidents of the United States, but also the vice presidents of the United States and the first ladies of the United States. And we learned something today. I thought, and Sean thought, we had to be the wife of a president. Look at this. Niece, she was the first lady, and let's see, second wife, and somewhere in here there's a daughter-in-law, another daughter, the absent wife.
I gotta wonder what that's all about.
Right?
Okay, now what's going on with Woodrow Wilson here?
Right? Wait a minute.
Among our many other souvenirs here, we have Supreme Court paper dolls where you can actually dress the members of the Supreme Court. So I mean, they don't always have to be in judges' row. They can play for the Philadelphia Phillies. They can sort of be in Hamilton. Let's see. They can go to Harvard. But anyway, you can dress the members of the Supreme Court any way you want, and there'll be no one to judge you. Well, Abe Lincoln, like all of us, has had a long day. I'm starting to fall asleep. So we're going to conclude this video here, but we want to thank Abe for everything he's done. We're going to let him take a nap and get some rest, because certainly he's earned it. And of course, here outside of the President's Hall of Fame, we also have a miniature version of Mount Rushmore. We have Washington, an extra dirty Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, not to be confused with Franklin Roosevelt, he was the other one, and Abraham Lincoln, and of course room here for you to add your very own face. Just as these men have carved a legacy in our country, you yourself can become an American legacy, because here in this country, you're free to be whatever you want to be. Happy Independence Day, happy 4th of July.
Keeping dreams aloft in the rain, spirit free, so good land.
you can hear me over the traffic, this is the President's Hall of Fame as seen from Highway 27. Now, normally here on this bench, the last time I was here, there was actually a statue of President Barack Obama. However, we now have a new president. I can only assume they are working on a Donald Trump figure to sit right here. You can actually tell where it's going to be attached to the bench, I think. Or maybe that's just a hole that's unrelated to that. But certainly I'm looking forward to sitting next to President Trump. Brittany, do you want to sit next to President Trump? Want to come back and do that in a while?